Yes, guys. Yes, people. Big up everyone who is locked in. It is that time of the week again. Shameless FC. Big up the Shameless gang in the comment section. Smash the like and subscribe button if you guys haven't done so already. 24 hours before the big game, Manchester City versus Chelsea. We will be talking about it. Before that, we will also be talking about all the previous events that have happened this week as well. The Europa League final and that, but we'll delve into it a little
Yo,
bit.
why'd you say that with a smile on your face, yo, innit? Look at this guy with his cheesy ass grin the way he said it and that. You know what I'm saying? Look at this prick.
I was trying to
Proper
hold
prick.
it in for you, bro.
Yeah,
Come
bro,
on.
was you? Yeah, sure. And you did a great
Yeah,
job. in
I
that
wanted
too.
you lot in the Super Cup final. You already
Yeah.
know that was the aim. You lot beat Villarreal. We beat
Yeah.
Manchester City. We beat you
Yeah.
in the Super Cup. That was the whole way the whole thing was meant to go. But then you lot let the team down. It's on you, man. But pick up everyone who's locked in. Smash the like and subscribe button. We're waiting for Jan, and I mean we're waiting for Jan because I know this isn't Jan as well. Babs, reveal yourself because I know that's you, bro.
Yeah, you know it's Babs in it though.
That is no way that is Jan.
City.
Fucking,
He's fooled me. Welcome, Jan.
Yeah. Really
Yeah,
tricky.
yeah,
You know
good.
what? This is gonna be you if fucking Man City wins.
City.
tomorrow. It's gonna
City.
be your ass. Look at you, bro. Look at
Pep
you.
Guardiola. Listen, mate. Moise.
Moyes.
That's my. I can only do Andy Tate impression slightly.
Oh, when he went off on one, that's a classic.
Moise.
That's classic, that.
Fellaini. You only got the job on the technicality. Well, that's all
Bro, I see you hiding your face because you're in fear of what could happen on Saturday.
I'm a Man City fan. I'm gassed. I'm ready for the final.
Are you gassed or are you anxious? Because you already know what we're on.
I believe in my team. I believe in my players. Yeah.
You believe
We
in
are
your
so good.
team. Whoa. You believe in your team.
Yes, I
team?
believe in my team. We
Your
are so
team?
special.
This
so
is your
special.
team now.
Believe me. We are so
Are you
special.
just Nicolo Torre, my G?
Believe
Adebayor?
me. We are so special.
Nasri.
We've got Kevin De Bruyne. We've got
Gotta put Bearman to
Bernardo
Manchester
Silva.
City.
You're not ready for the smoke, Lewis, isn't it? We're gonna come for you. We're gonna beat you. I'm gonna smack your ass. Don't worry.
We.
Yes, we.
Man said we. Man City's we now to you.
I'm on loan, innit? So I have to fulfill the obligation.
Look at these
So back
Arsenal
to your own
fans.
team.
Bob. Look at
this.
these Arsenal fans.
Wayne's-
All on
Wayne's-
loan and shit. Why are you on loan?
Listen, there's Arsenal's choice. They loaned me out. I accepted it. Now I'm at a club that can win the Champions League. Take my
How
medal
much
and go
did
back
they
to
pay?
Arsenal.
Arsenal loaned you and you agreed to
Yeah.
the loan.
Yeah, because I could, win a Premier League title. Got that already in the bag. Got the medal, and now got a Premier League, Champions League on the medal on the way as well. So just be prepared, man. Be prepared, man. Don't worry.
Come on, man. That ain't proper arse of you. Come on.
Listen, man. It's a loan, innit? I can't.
That's what Arsenal have done to him, man. Man said,
Nothing I
man,
can
can
do
the
about it.
Premier League, you know. The
You
Champions
know how
League,
many
I half
Arsenal fans I
understand.
see loaning themselves
this-
out?
Imagine having this conversation 20 years ago. Imagine.
Serious.
Legit.
I was
Where
thinking
like,
with
Arsenal
the
fans,
actual
yeah, I want to be a
Man
Man
City
City
fans
fan.
here.
City,
Yes, yeah.
City.
Yeah.
You got a fan here already. Can't be asked.
Look,
Who is
2
it?
City fans in the chat.
I
now.
don't
Get
know
ready.
which one's Jan, to be honest. I'm confused right now, innit? You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Yeah, I can't tell
Yeah,
the difference. to be
they've
honest.
really got one on me, man.
really tell the difference. I've been fooled. This is like
Lewis, you ain't ready for the
Scooby-Doo, you know what I'm
smoke.
saying?
Pep's coming for you tomorrow. Don't watch it.
Oh, Babs. I thought your voice sounded well different.
Come on, you can hear the shamelessness in his voice.
What do you mean, man? I'm a City fan. City.
We shall see. Big up everyone who's locked in, though. Smash the like and subscribe button. We will start from the news from last weekend as well, because we'll get into the Europa League final as it goes. Neil, I hate to start this with you, man. It's literally this. We were talking before the end of last season as well, and it was the same energy. I would rather you lot go through. And yet again at the final hurdle. And the maddest thing is, I'm not even saying this to rub it in your face, because I am not rubbing this in your face. Top four was yours. It should have been yours. I'm sitting there saying, as things stand right now, I should be standing here holding corn because we bottled top four at the last game of the season. But you lot out-bottled us as well. And I don't know if it was Spurs, because I didn't watch you guys' game. I was watching us play like clowns at Villa Park for 90 minutes. But what happened with you guys in the second half? Because you guys took the lead twice, and then the final 15 minutes, everything just fell apart for you, man.
Yeah, do you know what? Like, trust me, you come to our channel on Sunday. I was so pissed. Straight after the match, I was like, we had it. We were 2-1 and we were just dead. But it was one of those things where we ran out of steam, man. The thing is, on that Friday,
Oh
we were
my
all pissed.
gosh.
Oh, so pissed.
Sorry. Look at Babs' photo, man. You're really trying to claim Arteta in this, you shameless guy.
We did it, mate. We did it.
Yeah,
Arteta's preparations. Mikel's also joined Man City
Wearing
on
a
loan.
nice
I'd like to confirm.
Arsenal stuff there, isn't he? Both of them.
Listen, man. We've got allegiances. Got to back it.
Yeah, big up the cone man Arteta. Let's go. But go on, Neil. What are you saying?
Lewis, you're going to love this next one.
But yeah, apart from that, we weren't good enough.
Go on, Lewis. You want to speak now?
Oh, for goodness sakes. Is that your Champions League?
It's an FA Cup, Lewis. You don't have the facilities to win it, do you?
I know, and we're in a Champions League final, something you
And so are we.
Saw.
And so are we.
What are you... Oh, fuck, I can't be honest. I forgot it's legit claiming Manchester City.
I forgot as well.
Right. When this happens next season, they face Man City. If he ever drops any slander on Man City, I want you lot to remember this, because Shameless FC
Yeah,
ain't
but I'll
going
be back at Arsenal. The loan will expire. I've got my allegiances back to Arsenal, innit?
What allegiance?
It's like when what's his name? Nathan Dyer went to Leicester on loan, won a league title, and came back to his ex-club, Swansea. That's what's happening.
What is this allegiance between you and Manchester City? Go on.
They signed me on loan. I accepted the offer. I got a free Premier League title in there as well. I also won a Super League with Arsenal early this season. And now I can get a champion. I'm about to win the treble this year. A treble.
That's it. You back them in a Champions League final. You bend over for them at the Emirates. It's all easy for you guys. Is that what the deal is?
Listen, Lewis,
because there's only two teams.
You can't hate. You can't hate, Lewis. You're not ready for this smoke tomorrow. We're coming for you, yeah, with this smoke. And you're not ready for this.
He's really on this wee stuff, innit? Like he's French and that. All right, Babs, keep going, innit? This Shameless, this knows no bounds, innit? I'm in shock.
Yeah, you want to run with it, cool.
Man City gave us Mikel gave it to Man City. It's a two-way thing.
I want Chelsea to win the final. I ain't on loan to them, though, innit? You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like,
you keep supporting your dead club losing finals in Europe, and that it's fine. You do that.
You try and make it to
we are.
European final.
We're in a European final tomorrow.
Arsenal, I'm talking.
I'm a Man City fan right now, aren't I?
Yeah. I would support.
I'll believe you. Put a Man City fan video on your channel, then I will believe you.
Oh, you'll see that tomorrow. Don't worry.
Put a scene shirt on. Yeah, where's your?
It's in delivery right now. It's coming from Hong Kong.
Sure it is.
It's delivery. Oh, you couldn't even get a proper match issue on. No Sports Direct.
Amazon Prime.
Nothing like that.
Pep's giving me a shirt in it. He's just delivering from Hong Kong in transit right now.
I said on loan, imagine that in it. You know what? You support Arsenal in it, so I understand in it. This is the only way you get anywhere near a trophy, so it makes sense. I get it.
Listen, man, your players got near a trophy on Wednesday, and they had to walk past that trophy. How does that feel, man?
Yeah,
how does it feel to have less trophies than Arsenal in the past 4 years? Flawless.
You lot should know. What's tomorrow the anniversary of? What's tomorrow the anniversary of?
Tomorrow's the day where we win the Champions League.
No. But what is it the anniversary of? What's the 29th of May?
The day we win the Champions League.
No, but what's it the anniversary of? That's the date. But what's the anniversary? What happened 3 years ago? Tomorrow. What happened 3 years ago tomorrow, bro?
3 years ago, Man City won a league title. Yes.
We ain't talking about Baku Day then.
What's Baku?
Baku. You know, Azerbaijan.
That right back that plays in the Bundesliga for Wolfsburg. Baku.
I can't be asked for your level of shamelessness, but you know what Baku means.
That's the only Baku I need. The Baku I know is the Baku that plays for Wolfsburg.
Should I fire up the old matchday vlog from back in the day?
That's not me.
I still remember your face when Olivier Giroud scored. It was priceless. What did you call him? You call him that donkey, and he never turns up, but he turns up against you lot.
I don't care about Chelsea versus Arsenal. I'm a Man City fan on loan right now, so I care about my club. And I'm going to fulfill my obligations, and then when the loan expires, I'll go back to Arsenal.
When does the loan expire?
After the Champions League final.
Okay.
Man, so he's on a fucking 1 week loan. I can't be asked. Big up Crofty spamming 4-1. If you lot want to keep doing that, that's fine by me. Neil, we'll go back to the Leicester City game. Final 15 minutes, bro. What the hell happened?
Basically, for the whole 90 minutes, we were shocking. We just got 2 penalties and Vardy put them away. But apart from that, for the 90 minutes, we weren't good enough to win the match. Even at 2-1, I was like, okay, we just need to shut up shop now because this is not good enough to win. But yeah, the thing is, we've got carried away with how good Leicester are. and that's the truth in my opinion, because it wasn't good enough in my opinion. However, on that day we were like, yeah, this is terrible. But afterwards, looking at the whole season, looking at how well we did with the FA Cup, with where we finished in regards to at the beginning of the season, we've done phenomenally well. It's true. I mean, you guys were lost, and we were celebrating it in the pub. We were going, "This is it. This is our opportunity," because it was 2-1 when you guys were down to 2-0 as well. And I think you guys, so it was in our hands, but it wasn't to happen. It wasn't to be. And yeah, mate. Honestly, that result was dead. But we look at the run that we went on this season. It's been phenomenal. But with the quality we're going to add to the squad, it looks like that Yuri Tielemans is going to sign a new contract as well. We're going to keep, I think, the majority of our players this season, build on it for next year. I mean, it can only work in our favour, you know. So I'm looking forward to it. But again, I forgot that Sunday existed because it wasn't a fun day. Trust me.
Yeah, you and me both. Like, we can talk about the Chelsea game as well, and us playing like absolute clowns for 90 minutes. But the only thing I will try and take into account with that is that I think a lot of the players are trying to save their bodies for the Champions League final, which again, I don't agree with, because we saw how that worked out with the Arsenal game and then with the FA Cup final as well. You save your body. If you play like shit on the day, it still don't mean anything.
Or with these men, I mean, they played against us, a weakened team, thinking they were going to smash Liverpool, and they didn't do either. Do you know what I mean? I know it was 3 games in 7 days or something, but still.
Yeah, speaking of United as well, big up Wayne the super chat saying, "Flawless, wipe your tears, it'll be okay. The yellow submarine will save you." We will get to that. Don't worry, we'll get to that very soon.
Yo, man, drop down
Batter as well saying, "What's going on here? Bav spamming about my client. Absolute joke, man. If my client scores tomorrow, I want to at all Werner haters." I'm not even said it here because it's inappropriate. We'll see on Sunday, innit? Because if we do win the Champions League, that Sunday stream is going to go off differently. Yeah, talking about Chelsea, fucking shit as always, but you guys saved us. Well, running to the end of the season, we were poor. We had the Arsenal game as well and the FA Cup final. I think we have 1 win in our last 5. Obviously, in the final, form does go out the window, which I can. Oh my days! Look at him holding on to a title that he didn't even manage his team towards. Look at the lack of shame. No wonder you lot signed him up straight after. He probably added that to his CV like he even won it. I didn't even got any words on that, but it is what it is. Yeah, man prefers not to speak. It is what it is.
Can Tuchel do that?
Next season he will.
What about this season?
A treble. That's a treble. What's that dinner plate I see on the left? Do you want to talk to me about treble?
A treble's a treble.
A treble's a treble.
I'm not going to lie. If Leicester win the
2017, is your treble a treble?
Nah, ours weren't no treble.
Yeah, that's the season that we won the Carabao Cup as well. So it actually was a treble of trophies. It's not the treble, but we did win.
What's that other trophy holder? Is that the Carabao Cup?
FA Cup.
No, that's not even in shop, to be honest.
It's not in the shop. We won it that year.
Yeah, but
See that? No. Babs cropped out a whole of a trophy just to get Arteta in it. You know what I'm saying? Full screen and that. That is shamelessness to the next degree. This guy cropped out a whole of a trophy and has the dinner plate in there as well. Well, it is what it is. Arsenal, you have to go along to win some trophies.
And he didn't even remember. Imagine.
Yeah, serious.
It's what it is.
I feel for him. Again, me having to go on loan to another team. Embarrassing. But yeah, go on, Louis. Say what you were saying.
No, I was just saying our form over the last few games hasn't been good enough, except for the Leicester City game. And even then, you can take fans into account for it. Obviously, a Champions League final form is out of the table, which is why I can still be cautiously optimistic going into this game. But yeesh, our end of the season stunk. And just thank God everyone else was playing like crap, because otherwise we would have fumbled top 4 disgustingly, and I would have been getting roasted relentlessly on this show. So thank God for that at the very least.
You're welcome.
Man put the City shirt on. Man didn't even play and he's got a City shirt on. Look at this guy.
No, to be fair, all the managers do that after we win a title.
I don't remember seeing Guardiola in a City shirt.
Yeah, because Guardiola wasn't the main reason why they won the title. It was Arteta.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, definitely, man. I'd say this.
That's
Arteta.
why he's smashing it at Arsenal, isn't he?
It was Arteta's title. Guardiola said, "Listen, Mikel, this is your title."
back-to-back 8th place finishes. Never underestimate
consistency.
that.
We won the title this year. What are you on about?
Consistency in it.
No. You know what? I will give Arteta props for getting 8th place because I never really thought Arsenal would even get that high up.
Yeah, neither did I.
With their form this season, I did not expect them to get 8th place. But fair play. And also, big up Charity FC for donating 6 points to the cause. Big up, as always. Love to see it.
Yeah, we gave it 4, barley tax, but we're going to get to that.
Yeah, and also, the Man City Everton game. Perfect goodbye for Sergio Aguero, right? Doesn't need to get added to it.
You know what? It's so poetic. He started as a sub at Man City, Swansea. He came on, I think about 60-something minutes in, 70-something minutes in. He came on, he scored 2 goals. And, he did pretty much the same thing again. I think he came on later this time. He came on the 80th minute or 75th or whatever it was. And came and scored 2 goals again. So it's nice to see. Obviously, the ideal scenario is that he goes out on an absolute high, which would be that we win tomorrow. But we all know how football goes. And, yeah, I don't know about that. What Guardiola said today, which is kind of true, is obviously if we do get beat tomorrow, everyone will be saying, City are shit, like poor season, blah, blah, blah. But if you actually look at it on a whole, I think City have been good this season. I think we've been better in other competitions than maybe the league in general. But we did have that 21-win run where we were just excellent across all competitions. And yeah, it's nice. It's nice to see. We've definitely had a successful season, regardless of what happens tomorrow. Even getting to a Champions League final from getting kicked out in the quarters so many times, it's an improvement. And I don't think it's a case of if we win tomorrow, we'll win it. And if we don't, we never will. I think it's a case of it's coming and we're getting closer and eventually we will get there. Obviously, tomorrow will be ideal. But if it's not tomorrow, I think within the next 3 years, we'll get there again. And I think we'll get it. So, yeah, you'll have to see what happens.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. If you don't win it this year, you'll probably win it another time in the next 3 years. So I say just run with it. Nothing's better than being at 2 Champions League finals in 3 years. It worked amazing for Liverpool. No response as well. Love to see it.
No, it's easier for us to win it tomorrow. I'm not trying to take that whole drama all over again. Nah, just you're there, win it.
I will say as well, you guys' first Champions League final, the nerves must feel a lot different to you guys compared to how it must feel for us. Because I'm speaking to a lot of Chelsea fans, and there are some that are definitely nervous going into it, but there's a lot of them who are just thinking, we're here anyway. We've been in this situation before. It was a lot more worrying back in 2012 and 2008 because 08 was our first time, and 2012 Champions League football mattered on whether we won the whole competition or not. This time, it's more, we've still got top 4, we've got Champions League football, and we're looking to do more than we've done this season in the next anyway. It's just, if we get a Champions League, it's the perfect end to what's been an amazing second half of the season for us.
Yeah, I think it worries me a little bit because most teams don't win their first final. That's generally how it goes. This season's been a bit of a strange season because I keep saying it's like year of the underdog. Because if you actually look across all the competitions in Europe, if you look at the teams that have won trophies, like Real Sociedad won a trophy for the first time in 33 years or something like that. Leicester won a trophy. Obviously, they won the league, but that was their first FA Cup. Lille won the French league. You could argue Atletico aren't underdogs, but at the start of the season, you probably would have said Real Madrid or Barcelona, just based on what they usually do. So yeah, it's been sort of like a bit of an underdog. We've seen against Man United, Villarreal won their first major trophy. So there's been a lot of them sort of stories this year, and I don't think form comes into it. I don't think it matters what you do. It's a Champions League final. It will be tight. It will be won on small margins or small mistakes, we can say, from the other side of it. And I think both teams are going to be more than up for it.
Basically, Lou, she's saying you lot are the underdogs, you're gonna get trounced. That's what she's saying. Yeah, you gotta read between the lines, innit? You know what I'm saying? You're calling you man underdogs. Yeah, man. You gotta read between the lines. She tried it, you know what I'm saying? Calling you man Real Sociedad and that. But we move. Go on, Yancy.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that on paper they are the underdogs, but that worries me more than because I think like Leicester, they went into the final against you. Yeah, the fans were nervous, but they probably expected that Chelsea would win. So it was one of them that you go into it hopeful, but you kind of fearing the worst. Whereas it's like when you're expected to win, there's a lot more pressure. So Chelsea obviously went in that expecting to win from a Chelsea point of view, but that's not how football goes. So I don't know. Champions League tends to be the favourite that wins, but you never know. And this year just seems like a year for underdogs. Like I was saying on the show that we did the other day, pot 2 is actually a lot easier than pot 1 this year because a lot of the big teams are in pot 2. So if you go into pot 1, you're going up against Juventus, Barcelona, Real Madrid, Man United will be in there now. You know, all of these sorts of teams. So it's been an interesting year, and I don't know. I'm hoping that Man City just do what we did in the last final that we were in. Obviously not Champions League, but I'm just hoping we can turn up. We do have a good record in finals, but again, I don't think anything that happens before this event is that relevant. I think it'll just be who turns up on the night, who's more clinical, who defends better, which manager gets the tactics right, which manager makes the right subs, and what the players do ultimately. And I think it'll be that.
Don't worry, Jan.
How are you
got
feeling
this.
about Gundogan being injured, though? Because I heard he came off limping in training today.
Yeah, I heard about that too. I have said all along that Man City have to play a very specific team. And if they don't, I would worry about the game. He is part of that. He's one of our best players in the Champions League. And yeah, that's a big blow. That is a big, big, big blow. Hopefully he's okay. You know, sometimes they limp off and they're all right. Because I think we need him. And I don't know how well we will play without him. So, I don't know. That's a massive blow if he isn't fit. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, I was speaking to a Man City fan on my other preview as well. And he was saying he don't really rate Rodri and Fernandinho in the same team together. I wanted to gauge your thoughts on that as well.
Yeah, together they're not great. Rodri works well in our system. So these people that say, oh, he's shit, I think it's sort of like a Liverpool situation with Henderson. You look at Henderson and you think, oh, I hate all that. But then when he's out of the team, Liverpool don't look as good. And I think Rodri is one of them players where he doesn't really look like the sort of player where you're like, oh, yeah, this is a proper baller, this. He's does what it says on the tin, you know, passes, that sort of thing. Fernandinho now is the one that will go in and take someone out. You know, he will put a challenge in when he needs to. He's also a good passer of the ball. You know, he got 2 assists for Aguero in that game against Everton because he knew that Aguero needed to score 2 to break Rooney's record. And, you know, he did that. So I worry, the only worry with Fernandinho is that he might get sent off because of his rashness in some occasions. That being said, I think he is intelligent enough to know that we are in the Champions League final and he does need to be careful. So, yeah, I think it definitely has to be Fernandinho that starts. He's the captain. He's one of the most vocal players of our team. And he has to start. I like Rodri. I do rate him. But it has to be Fernandinho. I think Man City honestly have a starting 11, and I don't think Pep can change it unless he absolutely has to. Because if not, we've seen what happened. I don't understand. Like the both times we played Chelsea, because people keep bringing up, especially Chelsea fans, keep bringing up, oh, we beat you twice. And the thing is, even though that is true, if you actually look at the games, the starting 11 against Chelsea both times, we played Gabby up front. That's a striker. We haven't played with a striker all season in the Champions League. And when we play with a striker, we tend to lose or draw. Like, we don't have that many wins with a striker this season. Obviously, from time to time we have. But it's literally, we are a lot better with a false nine. So I don't understand why Pep decided to play Gabby both times, because it didn't really make sense. Because when we did play Chelsea with a false one, yes, it was under Lampard, but I don't think that game was just about how poor Chelsea were. I think that was one of City's best games this season in how they played. So I don't understand why you would change it. You know, De Bruyne as a false nine worked really well. And I just think that he should have just stuck with that false nine. We played every single game in the Champions League with a false nine. We have drawn one game, which was at the end of the group stage when we were already comfortably top. So it just makes no sense to not play that way. And I cannot see Pep going back to playing a striker. It's not worked all season. Why would it work in a Champions League final? I just don't think it will.
Hopefully you lot play Gabriel Jesus up front then. Big up the Super. Finals always 50-50, even though I wish Manchester City win it.
Yeah.
As a Liverpool fan, fair enough. I didn't know the hate was that deep. I thought we had Liverpool and Manchester United fans on our side, but it is what it is. Speaking of which, Flawless, well, when's the shirt coming, my G?
Oh, it's behind me. You know what I mean? I'm not getting no more shirts, glazes out and all that in it. So I'm boycotting, you get what I'm saying? No more United.
Getting a Champions League final shirt back in the boys.
Do I look like Bavs? Did I change? You know what I mean? Did I change ethnicity and shrink a little bit?
On loan. You might as well jump on loan too.
Flawless, don't act like if Chelsea win it tomorrow, you ain't gonna be dancing around your house going, yeah, Chelsea.
Nah,
and that dead ass chant they got.
I'm not you talking.
No, you
about,
will.
Yeah,
You will. You're dead chance. Bro, who goes Chelsea? Bro, what kind of chant is that, bro?
And
who's the originality to that, mate? All you lot got is that Chelsea chant, or it's champions of Europe. That's all you got. You got nothing else. Oh, we hate Tottenham.
You sound like you got a ball stuck down your throat.
You know, what's this, man? Why is it we hate Tottenham as well? Bro, why is your club chanting about Tottenham in your anthem? Please tell me.
You lot chant about Tottenham all the time as well.
No, but it's in your anthem. Your players are coming out. Your game's got nothing to do with Spurs. And you're going, we hate Tottenham. Why do you hate Tottenham?
So it wasn't you lot carrying fucking flags saying St. Totteringham's Day to the Emirates.
One person holding a banner doesn't mean it's the entire club, innit? But listen, I'm a City fan, so let's not comment on Arsenal.
Now we don't want to comment on Arsenal. All right, cool.
I was watching my team lift the Premier League title, like Mikel Arteta. There you go, lifting that beautiful title.
I said my team Premier League title. You know,
Premier League
like
Clip it,
I've got the photos.
You've heard it first. Clip it here.
Yeah, Arsenal.
You can clip it what you want. You can't see my face, so you don't actually know it's him.
Yeah, it's just a great impersonation.
It's just Jan, innit?
Could be.
Yeah.
Yeah, you look at that picture the first time, you think it's Guardiola or a player or someone who actually did something to achieve. Is that a Champions League? Oh my gosh! Oh my god! He's going to Champions League.
That's decent Photoshop, to be honest.
That Photoshop is good.
Yeah, it's alright. It's alright. I'll give it
5 minutes.
It's better than mine.
Nah. Yours is better still.
It's definitely better than Lewis's and that with Tuchel's.
Mikel Arteta's best chance at that though is if he didn't leave his job like 2 years ago. He might have actually had a chance of holding that thing.
Yeah,
still probably won't, but you would have had a better chance.
Happening tomorrow. I spoke to Mikel. He's coming tomorrow. He's got a VIP ticket. He's going to be in the bench with Pep. He's going to be coaching him during the game.
You finally got Mikel out. Big up yourselves.
No, he's just on loan as well for 1 game, innit? 1 game.
This fucking 1 game loan BS, bro. I swear down.
Yeah, never me. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, if Chelsea do win, I'll be like, all right, it's more relief. Cool. Yeah. And then we move.
Relief?
Yeah, more relief.
It's not joyous feelings or anything like that.
It's not joyous.
I will be in Manchester on Sunday in the parade, chanting City, singing Blue Moon. Yes, sir.
I said not joy. No, it's more relief. That's what it will be if Chelsea win. It's more relief. Like, all right, cool.
It'll be a good end to your week.
Yeah, I wanted to say all that. It's just not the worst end to the week, and that just City just compounded it. It just makes it worse.
It's so good what happened on Wednesday night because you can't even be bantering us if we lose now.
Yeah, I've gotten it. Yeah, I'm not gonna ban Hughes lot if Hughes lose still. Like I said, it's more relief because I got up with Lewis for a whole summer, chatting shit, putting up pictures of
You
Christian
prefer me than Jan, wouldn't you? So it's
That is true. But that's anybody. Insert name here is anyone that prefer to Jan and that.
Like, we've just won the Premier League. When have I bragged about winning the Premier League?
Yeah, because you've won the Premier League regular.
I'm talking about it.
This is third in 4 years and that, but Champions League, that Champions League is different. I've seen my team win 2 of them. It's different. When you win the Champions League,
I agree.
Yeah, Babs has no idea about it, but Lewis will know. You're gonna be an Arsenal fan. You got no European.
I felt proud when I was editing the Photoshop.
Lewis, you know what it's like when the Champions League is different, isn't it?
Yep. Nothing beats it.
They're like winning the Premier League is all well and good. I've seen United win multiple. Like, I love it, but because the Champions League is that one-off game, it's a cup competition. It's different. Trust me. If you lot win, you gotta have a different glow to you, different step. I'm telling you, Jan City. And you already talk smoke anyway. Now I'm telling you will, because you're the champions of Europe. Yeah, you. I'm talking to you, and you've won the Premier League and Carabao Cup on top of that. You're gonna be on smoke. You know what I'm saying? And that, like, I'm gonna have to change my number. So, here's what it is.
I think I would call you.
Yeah, serious. Yeah, I might just get rid of it. But yeah, I would rather Lewis than Jan City, but that's not saying much, to be honest.
Flawless, we will be drinking on the Q&A on Sunday if it comes through. Don't worry, we'll both be celebrating.
This is wee stuff. You
are.
I'm just
you're a Chelsea fan
still drunk. What are you on about?
So you might as well jump on. You're going to be drinking to the end of a good week. Manchester City aren't champions of Europe. They haven't got something else to gloat over you. And Chelsea have come to save the day. So we'll drink to celebrate together. We've helped you out.
You have helped us out. I'll give you that in it. But yeah.
Also, if you want to give us a thank you on the Sunday as well, it would also be massively appreciated.
Yeah. You know, I will actually. I've said this. You know what I'm saying? I would actually say, yeah, bless the Chelsea, doing what needs to be done. And we don't need these lot win, because that, all jokes aside, it legitimizes Manchester City and it can get them on a run. Once you get that first Champions League, and now it's like, all right, we can go again type of thing. And all the teams in Europe seem to be in transition. If you look minus Bayern Munich, you got Real Madrid, Barcelona in transition. PSG are trying to go again. Juventus are trying to go again. All the Italian clubs haven't been a factor in Europe for a strong minute now. So it's peak. Like, City could start some form of dominance, not necessarily winning it every year, but getting to semi-finals and finals on a regular basis.
Bayern are on transition as well, right?
Bayern are the only ones that say, yeah, that's true. With Nagelsmann coming in, but because of the players they have, I'd still put them there or thereabouts simply because they've won so much. But minus them, there isn't really much else. Like I said, you look at PSG, the Italian clubs ain't much. Real Madrid and Barcelona are going to get Chelsea. But I ain't trying to see Chelsea or Liverpool win a Champions League. But yeah.
You know what it is, though? Because that's what I think. Like, it doesn't feel like this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't feel like this is the only final that we're going to get to. So as much as obviously I want to win, I do think really if Man City play how we have been playing in the Champions League, I think we should be winning if we play like that. But I don't think – I will be gutted, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to pretend that I'll not asked if we lose. That being said, like Guardiola said, we're making progress in the right direction. And I've said this all season, it's a case of when, not if. And me and Flawless have had this conversation a lot because I didn't think we'd get to the final this season. I actually thought we would probably get to maybe the semis and go out. And I was saying, if we go out in the semis to PSG, as long as we put a good performance in, I'll see that as progress for the next season. And that's what we've gone one further than that. So I'll feel the same way if we lose to Chelsea. I'll be a bit gutted because obviously I don't want to lose and it's Chelsea. But at the same time, I think it's just a case of when, not if. And for that reason, I can't be too upset that my team only won the Premier League on the Carabao Cup. I'm sorry, like, I dreamt of winning a bloody Carabao Cup years ago. Obviously, it wasn't the Carabao Cup back then, but, you know, that's the sort of trophy that I was aiming for as a Man City fan. Trophies weren't even in the picture, but you would think, like, okay, best case ever scenario, you know, we get into the final. Do you know what I mean? So it's just one of them. I just think it's nice to be here. I'm very, very nervous. A lot of people are saying try and enjoy it because it doesn't happen all the time. But it's just one of them things. I think this is something that we struggled with and we're making progress. And I think we just need to try and get over the line. And Maybe we do that in our first attempt. Maybe we don't. I don't know. But we have the team and the manager to do it. So it's on them. If we lose this final, it's on the players. It is on the players. There's not, unless the referee does something dodgy that is really questionable, like rules out a perfectly onside goal or something like that, or sends off 2 of our players over something that's not a booking or whatever, then it's on the players. I'm not blaming Pep. If Pep plays this false 9, I'm not blaming Pep. I don't care who starts. They should be going at that. It's their first opportunity to do it, and they should be up for it. It's as simple as that.
The thing is, though, because you were talking about feeling nervous and feel pressure about it. Once the game kicks off, you'll actually be all right. Like, it's beforehand, it's the whole build-up. Because it's such a massive game, it's the biggest game in Europe, etc., etc. Yeah. But once the game kicks off, it's not like watching a normal game because the stakes are higher, but you'll feel more relaxed because it's like all the questions get answered. Like, you know the lineup, you're watching the game, it's the players on the pitch. They just have to go for it and just win the game. And obviously you're looking for Manchester City to win. It's kind of like that. You have a whole carnival beforehand. That's what it is. You know what it's like before finals and that. It's the whole players being injured. We don't know if Gundogan's playing, all that type of stuff. But you'll enjoy it. That's what I'm saying. Trust me.
I think I'm more nervous that I'm not going to be there because every final that Man City have had, I've been at since before 2008. It was the first time, when Man City were good, when I could actually go, you know what I mean? So, like 2010 was our first one. I actually didn't go to that FA Cup final because I was using my brother's season ticket at the time. And I didn't have enough points on his season card, so I couldn't go. But I've been at every single final after that. So to not be there, I feel like I'll be more nervous because I was very, very nervous in that 2010 final. I cried when Yaya scored. I don't cry when I'm in the stadium, but oh my God, I cried. I don't know.
Likewise.
Likewise, that. What's going on with that?
What is that? Is that Aubameyang who's never played in the Champions League competition for Arsenal? He's never played in the Champions League. Never mind, get to the trophy.
Why are you hating, bro?
Liverpool's Champions League as well, because it's all red.
What competition is Aubameyang in next year?
Yeah, what part of Europe? You know, the furthest place he's
going.
We're
going to loan him to Man City next year as well, innit? So he's also joining.
That was my question, innit?
Yo, Babs, the furthest place Aubameyang's going for Arsenal in Europe is Burnley. You know what I'm saying? And that's the furthest you lot.
No, man.
No, he's going on holiday in the summer, innit? That's the closest he's going out of Europe.
That's not true, man. Gabon could have an international friendly with some European sides. You never know.
Do you know what?
Azerbaijan, in Baku, innit? You know what I'm saying? They'll go back to Baku.
Nah, he'll call in sick or something. He'll turn in late like it was a North London derby because it'll give him PTSD. Come on, man.
Imagine you're having a football argument and you use that picture there and someone doesn't know and you're like, yeah, Arsenal won the Champions League, remember? They'd be like, no, I don't remember that. In like 10 years' time.
Use this and say that they have won the Champions League.
You couldn't get out of the group stages, not as in Arsenal. Did you get out of the group stages? 16. That was it.
Aubameyang's never played in the competition for Arsenal. He's never been in the competition.
Oh,
yeah, he's never been in it.
He was Lacazette.
He's never been in it. Leave his Lacazette. Leave his Smith Rowe and Saka.
Man's wearing the FA Cup final kit as well in this. Mate. Look at it. You can see the outline of the trophy and everything. This is ridiculous.
So is that the FA Cup trophy? And he's changed
No,
it?
it's the Champions League trophy, as you said.
No,
Don't you remember back in 2016? I think you might have forgotten that. But we were there. I was in the final. I remember that.
Was in Dortmund, yeah?
No. I was there at the final. You know what? Obviously, you guys forgot. It is what it is, man. You got short-term memory in it, and I don't.
No, it's cool, man.
You have got short-term memory. You're supporting City.
You know what this is? This is how Arsenal fans viewed their 2020 FA Cup win. That's all.
Yo, but speaking of this, sorry to cut in. I don't know if this is true, but it's been posted what Pepper said. Obviously, because Dele Alli's day in his door. I'm just scrolling through Twitter.
Is it?
He said, I will give. He said, "I will give my Yeah, this is saucy. Still, I can't lie. This is joke. I will give my Champions League medal away to my daughter if I win it, so she can share the experience with someone she loves who has never touched a medal."
No, he did not say that. He did not say that.
No, he did not.
You didn't. Nah, that's
no.
If Pep said that, yeah, he went up in my estimation of that. If he said that, innit? Like, I will wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? If he said that,
I know what Pep's like. He's not said that.
Maybe. That's deep if you did, but sorry, I didn't mean to cut it off in it. But yeah,
You've got every right now. Look at that picture. You take the floor, flawless.
Big up 2-Bit saying, fam, my whole family are Chelsea fans. I see what you're saying. Fair enough then in that case. But big up Babs as well, because that's actually perfect segue to the next point of the show. The Europa League final. Unai Emery has taken yet another Europa League because Chelsea weren't around.
Can you keep Ollie in there so he can't manage us no more? Can you just give him life? You know what I'm saying? And just keep him in.
You know what I love? That you didn't even feel anything by that. You want it to be that way as well.
Yeah.
I don't blame you. Your manager, bro, he is a madness, but your players as well let you down. Both teams played like they just wanted to take it to penalties, and then you just had someone had to miss, and I guess it had to be the goalkeeper. I kind of feel bad for De Gea because he got put in the situation where it got to 11 penalties, but same way. I swear I saw a photo of this guy with all the notes of where all the Villarreal players usually take their penalties, and he still went the right way for about 3 of them, and still was barely able to catch any of them either.
One thing I'll say about the Villarreal penalties were very good. Their penalties were exceptional. I'll give you like the majority of them were like hitting the side of the net inside or top bins, like quality penalties. Yeah, like they were red. But we know De Gea is terrible at saving penalties. He's not saved one, I think, since 2016 or something like that. I think it's 30-yard penalties or 40-yard penalties he's not saved. And as you've seen from the shootout, how bad he was in the shootout. Yeah, I can't blame him for the miss, though. It's not on him. I don't blame him for the miss whatsoever. Like I say, the majority of the blame falls on the manager. The majority of the blame falls on the manager. Look at that, an ex-Arsenal player with a European trophy because he never win one at Arsenal.
That's the closest he's going to get.
Yeah, it's the closest, you know what I'm saying? And that's what Babs has to. He has to live vicariously through Manchester City and Villarreal in it. The shame
and what's the name? Serge Gnabry as well.
Oh, yeah. Champions League in it because every time he scores, he tweets, "Yeah, London is red," and that. You know what I'm saying? North London's North London ain't even red. Never mind the whole of London, but we moved.
London's blue.
But, yeah, 100%. You know what I'm saying? And that 1,000% it's blue. But back to the point about
it's blue and then claret and blue as well.
They're the 4th best team. They're the 4th best team in London, and that you got Chelsea, you got West Ham, and you got Spurs. You know what I'm saying?
The 5th one got relegated.
3. Yeah, there you go. They even top. You get me? They're the worst London team in the Premier League.
Man did Coquelin with the Europa League. Big up Coquelin, achieving more with Villarreal than he's done in about 3 years at Arsenal. And Arsenal since then as well.
Arsenal tax. Even Emery, you get me? Europa League specialist. And the only one he didn't win was at Arsenal. It's the Arsenal way. But yeah, back to the point.
That one I'll say is Chelsea, but it is what it is.
Back to the game and the final. All the things I've been saying on this show, all the streams, Q&As I've been on in the past with Yan City and Lewis, and people have been in the comments getting at me on this show and on socials are like, why are you so critical of this manager? You need to get... We've seen all of his mistakes in full. On the biggest scale, European final, and we've seen all of his mistakes. 100 minutes and to make a sub. And to compound that mistake, when he made the subs, he made the wrong subs. Defensive substitutions and that. Reverted back to 4-2-3-1. Villarreal were not trying to attack at all. We weren't trying to attack. But yet, we didn't make any attacking subs. You've got Donny on the bench, while Matta's there, Tellers is there, Diallo's there, and you can make 5 substitutions. Do something. Rashford was terrible the whole game. Didn't take him off. Greenwood, to me, was our best attacking player. Took him off. Cavani was bright. Bruno was shocking. Pogba was good in the first half, very poor in the second half. McTominay was switched, vice versa. Very poor in the first half, got better in the second half. And this is typical Manchester United. All the mistakes. If you're still Ollie in after this point, I don't know what to say to you. Even you, Lewis, came on and said, right, your manager really is bad. Ryan hit me up and said, I don't even want to banter you. He messaged me that night. I said, I don't even want to banter you. That's how bad it is. This manager's awful. And I've been saying this for the longest, and I've been criticized for it. Now everybody's quiet. If you are still Ollie in after this point, I don't know what go on for you and what to tell you. No idea. I don't know what to tell you, but I wasn't shocked though by it. That's the thing. That's why I wasn't hurt by it then. I wasn't hurt by it now. I'm just like, that's what this manager does. He's not good enough. And he needs to leave for United to be successful. But it is what it is.
As Bab saying, getting to the final is still progress. At the very least, he did make his first final in 5 attempts. My only thing...
Okay, 1 sec. So we're 0-4 in semi-finals and now 0-1 in finals. And we lost the final, the semi-final, and the quarterfinals.
Semi-finals.
Well, 1 in 5, but yeah. All right, so 1 in 5 in semi-finals and 0 in 1 in finals. We lost a final, a semi-final, and a quarter-final this season.
Do you feel like
a semi-final, and a
is it all
quarter-final
on
of the
Ole,
season.
or is it also on the players too?
Majority is on him. The players,
You know
do the
what
players
makes
have to be
it
held
worse,
accountable?
though?
Yes. The players have to be held accountable. I'm not saying that they get off scot-free.
But you're saying it was majority the manager.
Majority him. It's majority the manager. Yes, because we've seen him fail time and time again.
Tanya, and
You know
you say, yeah.
No, I was just going to say, I think what makes it worse is who you lost to. I think if you'd have got to a final against like Man City in the Carabao Cup or something like that, I think you could probably justify losing that. Whereas Villarreal were the clear underdogs. Like, I actually think this final tomorrow, I don't agree with this underdog because I don't really think Chelsea are underdogs like that. And don't get me wrong, we're favourites, but it's not, the gap is not massive. You know what I mean? It's not like Chelsea are 6th in the Premier League, struggling, didn't get top 4, didn't get to a FA Cup final, really poor. It's a decent Chelsea team that have been doing well in recent months, regardless of...
You see the training drill that's just come out? Oh, our finishing, man, it is atrocious. 1 second.
Yeah, but you do know Werner's going to score, right? You know it.
Werner's
definitely if you got dropped deep, it's a sticky
Can you
one.
maximize it? I can barely see it, bro.
Yeah, do that.
There you go.
No, look at this shit, man.
What is that? Oh,
This
God.
is like...
Lewis, are you sure that you don't want Eddie Nketiah?
Maybe they're aiming to miss.
That was a good save, to be honest, that last one.
That
Oh,
one.
no. God. Do you know what, though? I've sat and watched Man City in games, where you're at the stadium and you're watching them warm up, and I've seen City players miss the most amount of shots, and I'm like, I'll be looking and I'll go, Aguero's missed every single shot. And then he comes on and scores 2 goals. So sometimes they do that, but I think he'll be all right. The thing is, in these sort of situations, like, these players are going to know if they get a chance, they have to take it. Then they know they're not going to get 5, 6, 7 chances in that game. And even if they do, it's one of them where the keeper will make a save or someone will, do something so they don't have so many chances. I can't see there being too many chances for either team unless one of our teams doesn't turn up. Then maybe you could argue that could happen, but I don't know. I think Werner's held on to score, man. I think the amount of people that are dragging him, it's just, I have not been more sure of a goal scorer.
I think it's right. He will score. Werner will score.
Or Mr. Open Net or something like
Werner
that.
will
It's gonna
score.
be a talking point.
Werner will celebrate,
Offside.
and it'll be offside.
Yeah, I'll say it like that.
Oh,
He'll miss an open goal or something.
He'll score an open goal. He'll celebrate that man. Everyone will be on the pitch, and then offside.
No, it won't be offside. It will be VAR.
Yeah,
Which will be
VAR.
offside.
VAR on the screen. They'll be like,
Yeah.
fuck
VAR
off.
ain't
I know what's
open
happening.
anything.
Piss off.
Okay.
I hate you. I hate this game. I hate everything because it'll get overturned again. I know it's happening.
Because Werner's offside.
Yeah.
You can't even say you've not seen it. Come on, man. It's been literally twice per game.
43 offsides in a season.
It happened versus Aston Villa as well, didn't it? He scored a goal. It was offside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't him offside. It was Azpilicueta who was offside. in
See,
that
even
one.
when he's not offside, he's offside.
Yeah, it was Peak. He kept himself onside, but Azpi assisted him and he was offside and he touched the ball.
Yeah, bro.
So it's like,
It'll be offside.
Werner just has no luck. He's literally got the worst
But
luck.
to be fair, right, if Chelsea do not win this final one, it's because of finishing. Your fans, deserve to hold a little bit of smoke for that. Because all you were doing is Werner this, he'll come through, he got this many assists, this many goals and assists, this many this and that. But I always said to you guys, when it comes to the stage that matters the most, if he doesn't turn up, he'll cost you.
You're correct. So if he doesn't, then it will cost us. I've said Werner's misses and offsides have never really cost us a game. We've never been in a losing position when it's happened. This one, the only one was close was Real Madrid, and then we scored against Real Madrid as well. So I can't even really use that anymore.
You got away against Aston Villa because Leicester did a Tottenham, and they got Tottenham by Tottenham.
Won a trophy,
But listen,
bro.
You got trophies mean nothing. We won a trophy this season as well. You know what I mean? So it's not. It's a minor. It's a minor. Trophies are minor. But listen. All I'm gonna say is it cost you. It could have cost you there. It might cost you in the Champions League final because you're not versing Aston Villa or any other team like that. Or maybe Leicester City. You're versing Man City. And these guys, they've lost to them. What? You beat them twice in a row. You think they're gonna let you beat them 3 times in a row, just like that?
Maybe. I'm not saying it will happen. It's a 50-50 game. I've never said City were liable to get smashed in this game or anything like that. Nah.
What I'm gonna say,
6 goals in this match.
If Werner cost you the Champions League final, your fans will want him sold after that game.
Probably.
Yeah, Chelsea.
He has 6 goals. 6 goals in Premier League this season. How can you have 6 goals?
You know what I'm saying? I've seen Kante get stick.
That's what it is.
He has less goals than Lacazette has. He has less goals than Nicolas Pepe has.
Yeah.
I think
he does. I'm not surprised.
He has less goals than Joe Willock.
Yeah, but how many of them goals did Joe Willock score for you lot? Or the majority of them for Newcastle?
He's our player. Doesn't matter. Like right now, when I'm alone in Man City, I'm still an Arsenal player or an Arsenal fan. You know what I mean? It's the same with Joe Willock. He's on the
10 goals.
Look at you, man. Henri at the back. Arsenal shirt.
He was our player.
You know what though? I think
what I've
one of them
sorry.
situations. Yeah, go on. Sorry, my internet's a bit slow. I think. Go on.
Oh no, it's not bad. What have Arsenal got to play for next season? Legit, honestly, without any banter or anything.
That's a stupid question, Neil. I don't want to be disrespectful, but it's next season. Anything can be played for. We could potentially win the FA Cup. We could win the Carabao Cup. We could, do something. That's next season. But let's talk about this season for now. Look, listen. All I'm going to say, Neil, right, is we gave you the opportunity, right? So you couldn't bottle it this time. We even beat Chelsea for you guys, and then Villa beat them as well. And you were at home. You're 2-1 up with your fans there. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, it wasn't meant to be. Like that for me is.
I know.
Unfortunately, I feel bad for you guys, but
I feel bad for you, man. Your owners are
obviously for Arsenal. I right now, I understand we're bad. I understand we're bad, right? But Leicester right now.
At least we believe in our owners and we can.
Fair enough. I agree. That's perfectly fine. But all I will say is,
we love ours.
Oh, no, that's brilliant. I like that. But ultimately, that's now 2 seasons in a row where you've been the most days in the top 4, and yet at the final day of the season, you're left empty-handed again. Yeah, that can't run like that consistently.
You've got a better squad than us. So you should be.
I don't even know if we've got a better squad than you. You've recruited better than Arsenal, and you're a better team than Arsenal right now. But ultimately,
you're finishing higher up the table than us, but you're not. So you can't really compare in that instance. Yes,
and I agree. I agree.
Our thing, we're here. And with a very little budget, I think we've got the 10th biggest budget in the Premier League, and we're performing in the top 6. We've taken your position for over the last 2 years.
I've got nothing against that. I think you're getting a bit confused. I'm not saying that Arsenal are better than Leicester. I know Arsenal are bad. I'm just saying for Leicester's sake, if you were to get Champions League football this year and the year before were the years, and you completely let go of it. So you can't keep doing that and expecting the teams below you to not to improve as well. And I'm talking just Arsenal. I'm talking even the likes of Tottenham, for example. They're going to improve. Well, I don't know if Harry Kane leaves, but other clubs will catch up as well. Leicester have done well for themselves, but you can't just almost get there and go, okay, well, we bottled it, but it's fine because we weren't meant to be there. You were there, and you should have been there. It's just, there should be a little bit of criticism on Brendan Rodgers or whoever was in charge of that. But I respect Leicester for getting there. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying, don't do what Newcastle did, where they finished 5th and dropped down, and what Everton did, and what other teams have done. Yeah. You're there now. You have to sustain that now.
Why was that?
I don't know, man. Because they lost their best players. But look, you got players in there. You got a squad in there. You got your owners.
We've
got
lost
a manager.
Our quote-unquote best players, and we've invested in the squad. And we've lost. Look, we've lost Kante, Drinkwater, Mahrez, Maguire. These guys will be considered Chilwell of recent, and we've reinvested that in the squad. And I'll find the statistic at the moment. We've sold them for 250 million. We've signed the other players for 174. So by that logic, we should be going down the table, but we're not. If anything, we're going up and up and up. And the thing is, they believe in the manager, they believe in the process, and we are getting there. It's not going to be a thing where we come up like this. It has been steady growth. Yes, they have.
If I'm Leicester right now,
they're outperforming. Right. They are outperforming for the.
They are outperforming, but to an extent. And I say that because Leicester are better than us right now, but if you want to sustain that position and be there for the long term, this is the best chance you're ever going to get. And for whatever reason, you're not just taking it completely. It's there. Take the top 4 last year and this year, but you just don't want to. Your team falls off or gets tired or whatever. But this occasion, You know, forgetting the squad depth and all the injuries and that. You're at home. You're now winning 2-1 as well. So you're in the lead, second off, at home, fans are there.
We weren't in the game.
Everything's there.
2 penalties, and that was it. We were out of that game from pretty much minute one. The
but
crowd
why is
was
that?
flat. What do you mean?
Why is that? Your players, for me, the moment you go 2-1 up, you should have gone right. We must not let it slip.
We've got a tiny squad with loads of injuries. We ran out of steam, and that's okay.
Injuries, I agree, but
year on. Yeah, but the thing is, our injuries have gone completely overlooked, and that's okay. We're still performing way higher than we actually
Let's look at Tottenham's goals. Kasper Schmeichel for that first, this equaliser. That you know, you can't blame injuries or depth for that. That's just an individual error, and obviously the game gets stretched.
Makes an injury. This happens, man. I mean, what can I do? What can you do?
Do you think Leicester can get top 4 next year?
We're going to challenge for it.
100% they can.
But do you think you get
challenge for it? I'm not saying we're going to, but I'm saying we're going to challenge for it. The thing is,
how do you improve your current squad?
In place. Look at the sub signings we're doing already. We're building this squad up and up and up, and this is since 2016, where the squad was old, the squad was ruined, and we had to rebuild from scratch. This process has taken a long time, and during that, I mean, we finished 9th. Now we finished 5th twice. Again, it's not great. I would have preferred us to get in the Champions League. However, if we're going to get smashed and then end up in the Europa League with a little squad, I mean, over time, that's what matters. Getting there consistently and slowly and investing in these players and investing in the talent. We've just built an £80 million training ground. If the owners didn't believe in us for the future, they wouldn't have done it. So if they thought
I don't think it's about believing, though. I think you have an opportunity of a lifetime to self-sustain a top 4 position, solidify it completely. With 2 years in a row, you would have been a top 4 team. And you've just kind of almost gone, we're not meant to be here, so why? It's fine. You can't accept failure. You've got to say now, you've given us the opportunity. You're Spurs have failed and Arsenal failed. You've got to take it by the scruff of the neck. Don't give me this mentality of, we're not meant to be there with little Leicester. If you want to be a top 4 club, you've got to think of it like, okay, it's in our hands now. We can't let it slip. But for whatever reason,
That's unfair because they don't have one of the best 4. They're not one of the best 4 sides. They don't
have one of the best squads, but they've been put in those positions regardless. So if they have the best, not the best, they're still there though.
Traditional top 6 got better squads. Then you got Everton with their manager got a better squad. You could see.
I don't even know about that. If you go first 11, Arsenal versus first 11, Arsenal versus Leicester, who has more players?
It's close.
It's close.
Who has more players?
Is it close? You say 8th place Arsenal have enough players to get Leicester's team.
We talk about squad. Go on,
let's go through that then. Let's go through that. Go on. Which Arsenal player get into that Leicester team? Go on, Neil. You're the Leicester fan, so who would you take?
Compete on multiple fronts.
But if we're just to go for 11 for 11, just basically, we don't have time to go for squad, right? Yeah. But would you go 11 for 11? Who's got a better 11, Leicester or Arsenal?
The fact that they're challenging is testament to them. Should they have made top 4 one of the years? You could argue maybe yes, but there's even them finishing 5th. Is still overachieving, and they've had a better season because they've won an FA Cup. They finished 5th last season. They finished 5th this season, and so they've considered. You're talking about top 4. They're now a top 6 side. The next step is top 4.
Spurs,
and they've won a trophy.
There's nothing against being a top 6 side. Go on, Jan.
Now in terms of like money, obviously getting into the Champions League is better for the club. But actually, if you think about it realistically, Leicester probably wouldn't have won the Champions League. So the FA Cup is probably the better thing because they've got a trophy. Whereas I don't think they'd go into the Champions League and win it. Like, I'm not saying it's impossible, like it can happen. But I think the chances of that are very slim. Yeah, so you're probably better off with 5th place and, a FA Cup and then a chance at winning Europa. Because there's no reason why Leicester can't win Europa.
Yep.
They've got a good chance of winning Europa League. I think Champions League, we're struggling to win it. So I think Leicester would definitely struggle. But I think, you've got a good chance in Europa League. If Villarreal can do it, why can't Leicester? You know what I mean? That's the reality of it.
But it's just a continual progression. And bearing in mind, it's only been a few years. It's been since 2014. We've not even been in the Premier League 10 years. And we're still in this position. We've done a lot in such a small amount of time. And that's my point.
Right, Neil.
Year on year, we are getting there. And yes, we bottled it on the end of the season. I will tell you that. And I'm not afraid to tell you that we bottled it. Sure, but if we're going to go
Right.
up and we win the league, I thought we were going to go straight back. Literally, I thought we were going to go back to relegation. I was like, I'll take it. I couldn't see Leicester City doing anything more. But the owners have gone, no, we've got a plan in place. We're going to get players in. We're going to get managers in. And players like the young players like Fofana, I don't know how managed to go spend the same money and get Saliba and send him back on loan when Fofana was just next door. Anyway, that's another story in itself. These players have another year experience and they're going to grow. And that's the thing. And a lot of these players are not even going to be 25 next year. And that's going to be the majority of our squad because we've had to rebuild from the old squad that won the Premier League. So that's my point of, it's not just easy going where you've dropped out of top 4. It makes for a great tweet. Trust me, I've seen a lot of them. However,
I don't really care about Leicester and tweeting about Leicester.
Behind it.
There's nothing. I don't have any rivalry with Leicester in the first place, but I am just scared, and I don't want this to happen because I like Leicester to become a Tottenham, where they were second, third, fourth, and
5 years.
Yeah, they've
Sorry?
already outdone Tottenham.
No, obviously I've done that, but I don't want to be like in terms of I want you to sustain this, right? And I just think you're doing it right now, so it's 15th to sustain it, obviously, because you've got the same position. But I would say personally, watching the rest of the season, I've seen a drop off from last year. I think you were better last year than this year.
No,
that's what my opinion. I think maybe Rodgers has become a bit tactical. That first half of the season last year, Leicester were insane. They were beating teams easy.
And you lot have just signed. You signed Samaria already. That's confirmed as well.
Not confirmed.
That's a good signing.
Pretty much confirmed.
That's a good signing. But I would have thought.
So you could see where they're going to, and they'll probably go into the transfer market again. To me, they're well on course. They 5 years. What it was 2016. You won the Premier League, if I'm correct. So they won a Premier League. They've won an FA Cup.
14th, 9th, 8th. Eighth. We're not top. We're not Arsenal. Fifth.
Fifth. So they've got 2 fifth place finishes and an FA Cup to tie into that. And they've got the European experience from last year. They're back in Europe. They're signing more players.
And we will be in the top seed.
I want you to win that now. You can't. You can't enter this year. You entered the Europa League and said, "Okay, we'll get knocked out. We don't have the squad to compete. We'll focus on top 4."
Same with you.
But for you guys now, if Arsenal got knocked out of Europe, we're not going, let's focus on the league now, are we? You said, I remember you saying this, it's fine, we got knocked out, it's not the best, but we've got the squad, we don't have the squad to compete on both fronts now.
Yes.
I think the next step for Leicester now is to win a Europa League, to really solidify that.
That's going to take time. That's not going to happen next year. That's going to take time. And look at Man City, they spent lots of money, and eventually they got there. It wasn't a thing that happened overnight. It's going to take time and investment, especially we don't have the budget of you guys. And we know that. So we're going to have to sell players and retain players and then develop our own. And we've got our own way of doing it. Now, am I going to say we're going to win anything? Well, maybe. In the future, we've got a trophy. We've got the launch pad there to build on something else. It could go worse than it could bad. I'm not saying it could do. I'm not saying that it's definitely going to go up. But we've got the right investment, the right mindset, and we've got the right kind of players that are going to go, right, we're going to try and gel together. At the end of the day, we tried to play 12 to 14 players in the Premier League and pretty much the Europa League and thought we could get away with it. And it bit us in the arse because we can't, because we didn't have the squad depth. And that's the kind of thing at the moment, But we are building for the future. And the fact is, this season, yes, we bottled it at last minute, but we've got a trophy. And that means massive amounts. And as you were saying a couple of weeks ago, what would you rather win, the FA Cup or the Champions League? I said, getting the Champions League because of the money, and you said no, wrong, because you're going to remember the trophy in 10 years' time. So, in that instance alone, I mean, we're doing things a lot better.
There you go. See, you like that trophy now, innit? I told you about that trophy.
Hey, man, I didn't think we were going to win it.
I told you about that trophy, man. I mean,
first trophy since 1884 in the FA Cup since we existed.
And you know what? They aren't shameless about it. I didn't see a trophy parade.
Yeah, it's because of COVID. We'll get one later. That's a big moment for us. It's expectations, Lewis. I think our expectations of that were still massive.
Yeah, but I understand it with you guys. You guys have also won the Premier League 5 years ago, so I don't even care too much. These lot have only had 4 FA Cups in about 15 years. That's the difference.
Who's these lot?
You, bruv. You.
Lewis, may I ask you a question, Lewis? In the last 4 years, who's won more trophies, Arsenal or Chelsea?
Are you counting Charity Shield?
Just so you couldn't take the Premier League out of it. No,
it's last 4 years.
It's probably still them regardless. They've got 2 FA Cups and we have a Europa League. But I still think the Europa League means more than the FA Cup.
I'm not saying what means more. I'm just asking who's won more. I never said anything.
Nice.
I asked you a question.
Cool.
I wanted to answer. That was all it is. What about you, Flawless? What about the last 4 years? How's that been for you?
All right, still, why?
What about silverware?
Silverware, we won a European competition, certain you lot can't do. You know what I'm saying?
What, in the last 4 years?
Yeah,
the last
we
4 seasons, you won
last 4
nothing.
years. And yeah, we won a
No,
European trophy.
Not in the last 4 years.
Yeah, we did. It was 2017 from.
That was 16-17. It's been 4 seasons since then.
No, 2017. We won the trophy in the year 2017. It's 2021. That's 4 years.
You won the trophy in 16-17. I said 4 seasons.
4 seasons. Yo, 2017. I do years in it. I don't care about no seasons thing and that. We won it.
It's like NBA, is it?
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And that we won in the year we picked up the trophy in the year 2017.
It
You know what I'm
does sound
saying?
better when you say that.
Yeah,
Because if you do it
4
by
years ago.
Man City have won 5 Prems in 9
Oh,
years.
right.
No one does it like
Give-
that.
give it the
Nobody-
ammunition
Nobody
with
don't
it.
do it like that. You get what I'm saying? No one don't do it like that. You know what I'm saying? Trying to run banner. and
I
you
just
ain't gonna
asked the
make-
question. I didn't need to get this angry response. I just asked the question.
You like, nah. You
You
just
lot
don't like what I'm
bit
about
onto
to
it.
say, innit? Just because you ain't won a major trophy since 04 and that, fam. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you
Before
can count a
YouTube
major
existed
trophy. What
and
you
that.
want to count a major trophy? I'm sure.
Yeah, you
that,
have to count FA Cups as major trophies because you
is
don't
what
win
it is.
anything else. You
It is
have
what
to.
it
You
is.
got no choice.
We don't
You
win
got no
anything.
choice.
I got.
You got no choice.
We don't win anything. Talk for the
Yes,
guys.
yes.
Just lost the cup final Wednesday.
You don't.
We don't
At
win
least we
anything.
got there. At least we
At least we got there. Oh, there you go. You
At
got
least we
Tottenham
got there.
mentality now. We got
At
to the
least we got
final.
there.
There you
At
go.
least we
Give
got
them
there,
lose
innit?
medals. Nah,
At
Flawless,
least
I'm
we
sorry.
got there with that. You know
You
what
can
I'm
talk
saying?
about your
Alright,
team
let's
being
give
better,
it
but you don't talk about
least we
finals
got
when your
there.
team's just lost the final. Literally like Leicester the week ago.
No. The reason why I'm saying that because you got knocked out in the semi-final. That's you lot.
Yes,
You know what
I'm not saying
You lot
also
don't win
won
major
the
trophies.
Europa League. I'm just saying you can't talk
I
about
know you
trophies
can't.
when you haven't won since 4 years. You haven't won nothing for 4
I
years.
can talk
You
about
haven't won a
trophies.
charity
You
shield for
brought
4
trophies.
years.
I could do. You brought up trophies number 1 and 2.
Yeah,
I
it's
can
fine.
talk about trophies to Arsenal.
No, but you said you don't win anything.
You just don't win
I
anything.
brought up trophies, but you said we don't win it. We have won trophies. That's a
You
fact.
don't win it. You just don't win anything major.
Oh, it's
You
not
don't win
major,
anything
yeah,
major.
There we
You know what I'm
go.
saying? You just don't win nothing major.
It's
in that.
fine,
You ain't
major.
won a
When you were
trophy since
celebrating
04.
Pochettino's Coupe de France, that was major, wasn't it?
Yeah, because that's.
Oh, there you go.
You know what
There
I'm
you
saying?
go. I got you there.
That's
didn't
my
I?
guy,
Yeah,
Doug
there you go.
Hodgson.
There you go. So Pochettino's got a major trophy in the Coupe de France, but the FA Cup don't count.
Imagine calling yourself the second best team in
You need
England.
to start your connection, fam.
You can't even be the seventh best team in
Start
Spain.
your connection, fam.
Seventh best team in Spain.
Yeah, I'm out in it. I'm out in it.
No, see, like Liverpool's
Sound
title
like
hopes,
got
so
hit
we
by a
move.
car before.
Yeah, you good, Ryan? Yeah, you getting me? Yeah, but the Coupe de France that's the most prestigious domestic cup competition in Europe, fam. And it's his first as well. The same way for Rodgers, it's a big deal and that. He's a big Arsenal, third most successful team in the country. Out here,
My manager's got
embarrassing.
less than 2 years of experience. He's already won more than Solskjaer in his entire
So
career.
why is he given the job in the first place then?
I think you'd win more than
Sorry?
Oli in that.
Why was he given the job in the first place?
What, Arteta?
Yeah.
I didn't say anything bad about it. I said the manager
He's
that our
got
club has
less
right
than
now.
2 years experience. Well, he was given the job. He's got to do.
No,
what
I'm
he
saying
can.
within less than 2 years of manager experience, he's
Even
still
we
won
had Craig
2
Shakespeare.
honours.
He fired in within 6
Over.
months. You know it weren't working.
Listen, man.
Yes, Oli
It is
in it.
what it
This is
is.
the same manager you was trying to tell me is a good manager as well, Babs. You know what
He's
I'm saying?
a great manager. He's
look
so
at you.
good. Believe me, please believe me. He's so good. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I mean, you just look at him, touchline. He's commanding the touchline. He's got the fans on side. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's at the wheel, the chants, the vibes. He passes all the tests. So
Chance
he's a great
disappeared
manager.
as well. That's the crazy part. The chance disappeared as well. You know what I mean?
No,
That's
but
the mad
he's a
part.
great manager, man. Look, he scored for
No,
you in the
here
cup
it is.
final in 1998. You know, legend from 1999. You know, because we won the title in 1998. But yeah, you know, it's great from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I think he's a legend of United. He needs to sign a new
He's a
contract.
brilliant manager. He's a brilliant manager.
Exactly, Ryan. He's a brilliant manager. Like,
at these
why would I slander Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? I think he's great. I think he's the best.
But yeah,
I think
you were
just behind
there
Pep,
saying-
he's
you were just
probably-
there. Wait.
Trust in
You were
it,
just
and
there.
only
Hold
we
up. You were
trust
just there saying, what's the last thing you've won in 4 years? Who's been managing us?
Yeah,
the
that's
past
my
3
United
years?
slander. I still think Ole's a good manager.
What have you won in 4 years?
You've
Second
made
place
progress,
trophy.
Flawless. Let's not forget progress. You know, last year, third and a semi-final. This year, second and a final. You're doing a progress business, bro. So listen, if I'm the Glazers, I'm offering a 3-year contract, putting whatever money he wants in it,
You
and
are the
giving him
Glazers.
time.
You
Trust
are
the
the
process,
Glazers.
Flawless,
Yes.
and I'm telling you, it will get you
are the
somewhere. You might
Glazers.
actually,
You
yeah.
are. You was clueless
Legit
as
though,
them.
Flawless.
You are the Glazers. Talk
Legit
to me.
though, Flawless. Will they consider this season a success? Because you've got Champions
Yes.
League football and you.
Yeah, like Babs,
Yeah.
clueless. Like Babs and Ryan, clueless. Yeah, so they will do, innit? You know what I'm saying?
You know what though?
the
There
same
is
shit.
rumours that he is going to get one.
Yeah, I've heard that as well. The
I've
rumors
heard
did
3
come out.
years as well.
But the
yeah.
reason why
This
I
is
don't
why
put
we
too
love the
much
Glazers.
stock. This is why I don't put too much stock in that is because Mourinho signed a new deal and then got sacked that same season.
Yeah, but Flawless, right? The
So I
Glazers
don't pay
are
no-
giving
I
him a
don't-
new
I don't
contract.
pay.
It's actually the board that's giving him a new contract.
Yeah, board owners, whoever in it, all in.
So
the
who's
same,
the
innit?
board
They're
at Man
all
United right now?
they're
Who's your
all
board
ops.
members?
I have no idea. They're all ops. You see how you and Ryan are
I
all
might
ops,
be a
even though
board
you're
member because
Arsenal
I
and
definitely
he's-
give Solskjaer a new
and he's
contract.
Liverpool. These are all ops in it. I don't differentiate.
It's a
between
Man
the two.
United's board. If you want a man with experience like me on your board, I'd be there tomorrow. Give me the job, and I'll give Solskjaer a 4-year contract.
Backing Arteta after
Yeah,
back to back.
I'll give him a 4-year contract with an obligation for another year as well. 5 years. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Trust the process. We're doing it.
Same with Arteta.
I'm
Yeah,
saying
board owners,
they probably will give it too.
Yeah, they probably will. But the reason why I don't put too much stock in it, like I said, is because Mourinho signed a new deal and then got sacked. Van Gaal won an FA Cup and then got sacked. So that's why I don't put too much stock in that, like the new deal, him staying on. But I prefer him to sign it? Absolutely not. But we'll soon find out. I'm just strapped in it, and we'll see what I go on. I'm saying,
Give it to
but don't pay
Giggsy.
attention to
Give it to Giggsy.
Giggsy's on the wing with the Zagreb manager in that.
He's going to jail soon, maybe. You never
like,
know with all the shit
yeah.
that's coming off
Allegedly,
recently.
Allegedly, let me get out there. Yeah, he's been charged.
Allegedly, there we go.
Yeah, allegedly, he's been charged.
One off Giggsy, man. Give it to Scholesy.
Yeah. He's been charged. Nah, none of this the United DNA stuff. I can't be asked anymore.
Yeah, give it to Gary Neville, man. He was great at Valencia. I remember his time there. Great speaker in the press conferences.
Give it to Phil Jones.
You'll give him something to do. Man, ain't even got a squad number. Never mind the man.
He's now
He's still in the
eligible
team.
for a testimonial at Manchester United.
Yeah, they said
I'd
that.
actually go to that. I'd back
I'd go for
Phil
that.
testimony.
Bruv,
you-
you know what I mean? I
you
think he's a
and
Man United
Bam and
legend.
him. You know what he
What
said?
has
Get
Phil
yourself
Jones
to
done
group trip,
that
let's
David De
go.
Gea has not done?
You know what he said? You know what Phil Jones said about that? He said, yeah, only my mum and dad would turn up. So he knows about himself.
We'll turn
That's
up.
what he said.
We'll turn up. No, we'll
Oh,
turn up. He's a
we'll
great
come.
defender. We'll turn up.
He's weak.
Don't you
Where's
remember
the- I
that
don't
time,
like this
Flawless,
weak.
right?
Wait,
Where
hold
When was the last
up.
time you've
Hold
been to
fire.
Old Trafford? When was the
Where's
last
this-
time you've been
Yeah,
inside?
exactly, man. Nice little
Where's
day
this
at
thing?
Old
I was
Trafford,
on
but
the-
it might
I
start
was on-
showering
you
and
mean-
raining in it from the top.
Me, I was on the pitch when we broke in.
Well, I'm
I
gonna
was
have
on
to
the
take
pitch.
a rain jacket still.
You know
Yeah,
what
and
I'm saying?
apparently there's rats at Old
was on
Trafford as well nowadays, so you have to
I
be
was on
careful
the
with that
pitch.
shit.
Yeah,
Aye,
you
more
Babs,
holes in
you know
their
what I'm
fucking
saying?
roof than in their
It
defense.
was you, Babs. You're the rat. You get what I'm saying? It was you and that. You get me?
All right,
Master
don't call me
Splinter
6'9",
over there.
mate.
Nah, you
Hey,
Master Splinter.
Takashi.
You know what I'm saying? That's what you got underneath in it, the coloured hair and that. I see you, fam. You know what I'm saying?
Takashi 6'9" with the dress.
He's make up the tattoos, you know, just on his face.
I'm Takashi 1-4,
Highlight.
mate.
Yeah,
Takashi
Nah, you
8-8.
Takashi. Yeah, oh, man beat me to the joke. I was going to say that. Fuck off. Oh,
Takashi 1-4, mate.
I was going to say that. I'm so annoyed.
I appreciate
I'm
you,
so
man.
annoyed.
I would have knew that. I would have stopped.
Man beat me to the joke. I was trying to put it together in it. I was like, yeah, Takashi 8-8 in it. Oh, that is low hanging fruit at its best, and I missed it. No, I know that. Sorry, people.
I big up Jesters saying, here's some cheddar for your trip, Lewis. Much appreciated. Lukaku will be our new number 9. It is 99% done. Panel, does that make your predictions for next year change? If we have a goal-scoring number 9 finally at Chelsea, then it does change
got
things
one.
from my
He's just
I've-
offside.
I've said this for the longest. If you lot sign Lukaku, you are not winning the Premier League. I don't get the hype with this guy. Unless he's dramatically improved in Milan, I don't get the hype. When he's not scoring, it's like playing with 10 men. He's that bad. And I'm not just talking about his first. He offers nothing. He
But for
offers
Everton,
zero.
Does he offer more than Werner at the moment, though? Because I know Werner offers like
No, he
assist
doesn't offer more than Werner.
and stuff like that.
Really? Is that what you'd
Yeah,
say about him?
Yeah, he offers. When he was at United, he was like
I
playing with
think
10 men
so.
when he wasn't scoring. I
Bro,
don't
are
get the
you
hype.
sure it's not because of how massive he got at United?
But even before, because it was the first season, I think he scored 20 plus goals or something like that, and he was
Yeah.
slim, but he gives you nothing. When I say this, you talk about like Werner, and even though he don't score goals, he'll make runs in behind and things of that nature, and he's good for the team. Lukaku's not. He just stands in the middle, you get me, in the width for the goal, and gives you nothing in that. I don't get the hype with him. I don't see it. I could be wrong. Maybe he's dramatically improved at Inter Milan because I've not watched him week in, week out, but I know they flopped in the Champions League. But I don't get the hype. Like, if you lot sign him, I don't get it, innit? There's better number 9s. Unless you're going to play...
Is it confirmed? Like you said, 99% done there.
Yeah. You might have a,
Can't
you might have a
get mans
sauce.
right.
That's where Babs is going. Babs is going to check the sauce. Hey, Babs, let us know when you come back. You know what I'm saying? But I don't get the Lukaku hype. People keep hyping him up and say, yeah, he's improved at Inter Milan. They won a Scudetto, all well and good. If you're going to play him in the two,
proven goal scorer in the Premier League.
that's true. But even at Everton, I was like, before United signed him, that's what I was very fearful of. I kept saying, yeah, he's a goal scorer. No doubt about it. His goal record tells you that. You know what I'm saying? I will never question that. But what does he do outside of that? I don't remember too many games for Everton when United were playing against him where it's like, yo, Lukaku played very well in that game. Like, it can kind of go under the radar when you play bad for Everton. But at Manchester United, his weaknesses were shown. I might be wrong on it, though. I could be, and if I'm wrong, I'll hold my hands up. But I don't see it, unless you're going to play him in a 2. But I think Tuchel's going to resort back to the 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1.
But Chelsea must know, because this will be the 3rd time that he's been at Chelsea, essentially. So, because he went back, didn't he? And then he went back after his loan, and then he didn't make it.
I'll clear it up.
West Brom, and then he went. Did he go Everton before he went back to Chelsea, or did he go Chelsea then Everton then United? Can't remember.
Yeah,
I know
he went Chelsea, Everton, and United.
Yeah.
He went West Brom.
So
well, here we go.
The 3rd time that he's been there.
I'll clear this up for a sec. See, obviously, you being a City fan, Jan City, Chelsea could be one of your rivals. You agree with me on that, yeah? For next season for the Premier League title, they could compete. Maybe it's a possibility.
I think they are regardless, because you know what, the players that they've brought in will get better next season. Like, Vernon's not going to have the same season that he's had this season.
Oh, God.
He's not going to have.
I think he'll go down.
Okay, so you think they'll be there or thereabouts? So Chelsea need a striker.
Yeah.
I think we all agree on that.
Yeah.
Who would you be least fearful of if they sign Kane, Haaland, or Lukaku? If you had an option to give them a player, which one would you pick?
Do you know what? Obviously, like, in terms of who I'd be more fearful for in that order.
Yeah, go on.
Obviously, Haaland. Haaland scares me. He's just clinical. So I'd say him.
Yeah.
As clinical
second
as Kane is, his record at City isn't that great. But maybe if he played for Chelsea, it'd be better than it is at Spurs. So I don't know. Obviously, out of the 3, I'd say Lukaku. But I don't think it's. I just think them 2 are just better than Lukaku. I don't think it's because Lukaku's not a threat. I just think Haaland and Kane are better than Lukaku. That's all.
That ties into my point is why Chelsea are looking at him. Yeah, I'm not saying he's shit. I just don't think he's good enough for what Chelsea are trying to do. That's how I'm looking at it. I'm not saying he's bad or he's a terrible player, people. I'm just saying for where Chelsea are trying to go and what they're trying to achieve. They're in the Champions League final. They're trying to challenge for the Premier League. They're going to go and try and win the Champions League again next season, regardless of if they win it on Saturday or not. Why would you go and get Lukaku when there's a Kane or a Haaland available? It makes no sense to me. Baffles my mind when there's 2 options who are clearly better.
It's the Chelsea link, though, isn't it? Sometimes it's a bit easier to go for what
the
you
sentiment
know.
thing. Right,
no, but I think it's what they know.
Chelsea.
It's
like,
Chelsea.
They can just recover that with money. So they can just cover that. Yeah, link, whatever. Just throw money at the problem. It will go
Lewis,
away.
who would you prefer out of the 3 of them in order? Out of Haaland, Lukaku, Kane?
Kane, Lukaku, Haaland.
Okay, I know why you spoke about Haaland because he needs chance. Go on, why Haaland? So why would you put Haaland behind Lukaku? I'm interested. This is a good topic.
I feel like Haaland is the least experienced out of all of them, and I feel like he's the most likely to struggle initially in the Premier League. But he's also going to be the most expensive player, and as he gets better, Raul is also going to become more of a little bitch when it comes to negotiations. So I think with all of that in mind, he has to hit the ground running if he comes to Chelsea. And I think with Bundesliga tax, I just doubt it. I don't really see that. Lukaku is Premier League proven and well-rounded. So is Harry Kane.
Harry Kane's
Haaland, I haven't really seen him like that in low blocks.
Mm-hmm.
And in the Premier League, you'll consistently play that. And I know he'll get better as the years progress. And his ceiling might be higher than Lukaku. Well, probably is higher than Lukaku's ceiling. And might even be higher than Harry Kane's prime. We'd never know. But for 150 plus million, if you're signing him, he has to hit the ground running, and I just don't see him doing that.
But do you think it's actually going to be doable? Because you've seen how Levy is held up against Modric for you guys. So I know it's a hypothetical at the moment, but can you honestly see? Because I can just see him going either United clubs, to be honest.
Who?
Yeah, I don't think he comes to United. He's talking about Harry Kane.
Oh, sorry.
Kane.
Yeah, either Manchester
I want Harry Kane the most, only because Premier League proven, and he hasn't left the Premier League yet. And plus, it's fucking Harry Kane. Yeah, definitely. But that it's never going to happen. If we're talking likelihood, literally spin it the other way around, then Kane's at the bottom. There's no chance Harry Kane joins us because I don't see that to us. That's why I barely even talk about Harry Kane. I did one video only for the sake of Kane rumors are big, so I'm gonna go and do it and do it and talk about it. But all I'm gonna sit here and tell you is that if you think Harry Kane's coming to Chelsea, you're having a laugh. It ain't happening.
What's mad is we had that conversation about it, and that's where I still, even though I hear everything you're saying and all the issues, I still think that's where he ends up. If I'm wrong, cool. I'll come on here and say I'm wrong. I think he goes to you, look. I think it fits.
Really?
Please.
The reason why,
Really?
you know why I think it is. Like, let me plead I could be completely wrong on this, but we just shooting out here. Like the reason why Harry Kane wants to win now. If there is a team that like epitomize winning now, it's Chelsea. Yes, I know all the issues and that. No. In terms of Manchester City, like for instance, if Pep doesn't win the Premier League next season, he's not going anywhere. If Tuchel doesn't win anything next season, I'm saying if Pep. So put it this way: if a Chelsea manager has the season that Pep had last season at City, he's not in the job. He's not in the job. That's my point. Like if Tuchel has a bad season next season, he goes. If Pep has a bad season next season at Manchester City, he's still there the season after. We know what Chelsea's like. And in terms of
what have they done? But what have they done? Man City under Pep have been unplayable for the most part. Compared to
that's my point. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, do you know? Yeah, I get what you're saying.
But what I'm saying is,
I do get what you're saying, but I think with Man City is the only team right now that he's guaranteed a trophy.
Yeah.
I think that's what Neil's trying to say.
That's true.
Because even though Chelsea have a very, very good chance, and I think Chelsea probably will win the league next year, especially if they do get a Kane. Like, that's obvious. But at the same time, I do think Chelsea could go trophyless. Obviously, it's unlikely, but it could happen.
Because they don't go longer than 2 years.
The thing is, like you say, they could get a new manager in, and that manager could not be good, and then you could end up with that sort of situation. Whereas Pep is not going to go 2 seasons without a trophy. So even if he goes one,
that's the same with Chelsea, though.
No,
like that.
I completely disagree.
Chelsea have gone, like 2 years.
If Harry Kane, right?
But it happens sometimes. I think last year. Chelsea didn't win a trophy. Did you win a trophy the year before? I think
they've gone 2 years. It's 2 years to it's 2019.
So it'll be 2 years if they don't win tomorrow, yeah.
Was it back
I'm not saying they won't.
Abramovich era as well. That's mad.
Yeah. And that's why I say that. Like, I think when I say now, yes, City do win trophies regular and that, and I could see him going there. But what I'm saying is Chelsea are trying to get over the hump in the Premier League, whereas Manchester City are trying to do the Champions League thing. Like, they win the Premier League without Kane and that. Kane could be a major difference for Chelsea and that. I just think he goes there. I swear.
Never in a million years I got Chelsea. Right, if you're Harry Kane, right, and you're this boyhood Spurs fan, you've come through the academy, right, you either go to Chelsea, which you're not sure if they're going to win the league title. With Man City, you are sure. 110% sure. So if you're going to tarnish your legacy at Spurs, at least go to the club that you know you're going to win something automatically straight away. With Chelsea, they got 1 year, win next year. Not with City, it's win. And also by going to Chelsea, you're almost doing a Sol Campbell basically.
But what I'll say about that is there's no people are talking about Kane going to Manchester City. I've said this before. I think
there's plenty of people.
I think no. Kane going to Manchester City. The reason why I'm about to say here is I think that's better for Kane than it is Manchester City. There's no guarantees that City go in for him. Maybe Pep decides and goes, I want to go with this false 9. He might decide, you know what? I'm going to go with this false 9 thing. Like, we're all adamant here that Manchester City want him. If I'm Harry Kane,
I'm pushing for Man City.
I don't want him.
Yes, pushing for Man City. If I'm not pushing for Chelsea, I'm looking for Man United.
Champions League number 3 and 4 to come with Harry Kane at the
No,
wheel.
it's not that. It's just think logically here, right? Harry Kane could go to Chelsea, maybe not win a league title, but also he will just completely tarnish his Spurs legacy. If he goes to City, Spurs fans are not going to hate him.
You don't care about that. So you know why you don't know he's not too fussed about Spurs.
If Slav was here, he'd be saying what Spurs legacy because he ain't won nothing there. So I'm asking.
No, I'm not saying legacy. I'm not saying legacy. I'm saying more Spurs fans and relationship. They love Harry Kane, right? Him going to Chelsea is like Sol Campbell coming to Arsenal. That's just it. He's not going to do that.
Though. Once you're walking around the golf course talking about you want to leave and all these noise comes out, he don't care. He wants to leave and that. This whole legacy thing is all well and good.
He ain't going to go to Chelsea or Man United. If I'm Harry Kane, I'm thinking
Tottenham. He'll stay at Tottenham.
You got to go to a club that you know is just like that. Win. City, they sustain success. Chelsea, they win, they lose. They win, they lose.
I'm saying this legit. I don't know if Manchester City.
If I'm leaving Tottenham, I'm leaving my club of dreams or whatever you want to call it, right? I'm going to the club where I win automatically, no debates, no denying it. De Bruyne and Harry Kane, come on now. That's just this.
The thing is, I'm not saying you're wrong there. I'm saying I agree with you there. My point is, I don't know if City go in for him. Is what I'm saying.
Don't worry, we'll do a GoFundMe to make sure he goes to City.
Yeah, I don't know if City go in for him, because if City win the Champions League, maybe Pep decides, you know what, this false nine thing has brought me the most success here. He might go out and decide Aguero's leaving. Let me go get somebody
Surely
else.
this
who
is
can
on
play a
Harry
false
Kane
nine.
as well for doing that deal and going, right, I'm going to stay and then making his price so high. Because if he wanted to leave, now he's pretty much who's going to pay the price for him when Haaland is half the price.
Harry Kane could be the next Wilfred Zaha.
That's a valid point. As much as you're bantering, that's actually a valid point.
He could.
He could just be the next Wilfred
I think
Zaha, where he's
this
got
is
great
the
potential,
thing,
but he ain't going to leave.
If he comes to City, I agree with what Flawless was saying. It's almost like if he comes to us, he will get a trophy because everyone at Man
100%.
City gets a trophy.
Get a trophy, yeah.
Even players that you think,
But he
oh,
wants
they
a
would
league title. He don't want a trophy. He wants a league title.
Like, they will win because Man City. The thing is at the moment is if we don't win the league, the next season we're going for it. You know, it's one of them situations. So I know we've had a few years, but that was when we didn't have Pep Guardiola, put it that way. We had lesser managers. So it's obviously you're not challenging every year. But he will, if he comes, which obviously you know my thoughts on Harry Kane, but if he did come, it's sort of, he would sign for 4 or 5 years. And in that 4 or 5 years, he would probably win the Prem twice, if not more. Do you know what I mean? With Pep. So it is guaranteed. It's like going to United in the 2000s. You know, you just knew you were going to get a trophy.
When Van Persie left Arsenal in 2012, he didn't go to Chelsea. He went to United because he knew he won the title.
Yeah,
you secure the bag. You go to the club, you win a trophy, and also Harry Kane. You know, you can go win a couple league titles at City, and then go back to Spurs and end your career there with no trophies again.
I get what you're saying, and like I said, I've already said if I'm
he can't go to Chelsea and go back to Spurs, can he?
I'm telling him go to Manchester City. What I'm saying is I don't know if City want him. Is what I'm saying. When you've got Haaland available, you've got other players. He's not the best fit for them.
City are linked to him, but I think
no. But Flawless, you said false nine. He plays as a false nine for Tottenham now.
But the thing is, why go get a 28-year-old for 150 million who's injury prone when you can probably get someone half the price we don't know about?
Because that would solidify. They've just given De Bruyne a new contract. They don't care about age right now. They've just given De Bruyne a massive contract.
That's why they're letting Aguero go. If Aguero's 20,
but he's 35 and he's injury prone.
Is he 35, Aguero?
Something like that.
He stays. Harry Kane's injury prone.
He's like 32.
Not as much as Aguero is.
Not as much as Aguero, but he's still injury prone. And they're trying to get over
and Aguero is different to Harry Kane. Aguero is an actual out-and-out striker. Kane is a false nine. He can play false nine. He's done it with Spurs this season.
He can play a false nine.
He can play, and he's still the Premier League's top scorer playing a false nine, if you believe him.
If Man City sign Harry Kane, they have got the next 3 Premier League titles wrapped up there and there.
Yeah, I think they potentially could have that without him. I don't think there's that much stock on him.
Well, then you secure it. You 100% confirm it.
I don't know. I reckon they go get somebody else for half the price who's an actual false nine.
Why go Kane staying at Spurs? Kane staying at Spurs. If there's no City, he's staying at Spurs. He ain't going to Man United. He ain't going to Chelsea because he doesn't know what's going to happen there. He doesn't know if Man United can decide. He doesn't know. You can pay the money though. It's just about why would he go to those clubs when he knows City would win him the trophy? Like automatically. Chelsea might, United might, but it's not enough. He wants to confirm. He wants to make sure it's okay. I'm making the right decisions.
Glass half full, glass half empty, innit? Because he might
as well just go to PSG then if he wants to win trophies, man. Go to PSG, win a Coupe de France, a major honour according to Flawless. So
according to me, it is the most prestigious domestic competition in Europe.
You know what I think?
That's the FA Cup.
It really is. It's not.
It's the FA Cup. It's the FA Cup.
Coupe de France.
It's the FA Cup.
They're the same level trophies. Both the
no, they're not in it.
No, man. You just said the most prestigious.
Both
a domestic trophy. It's the FA Cup.
You know what I'm saying? It says you over there. You're only saying that because you lose all the Tin Pot Community Shields, Lewis. But go on, Jan.
Yeah, you're damn right, and we can keep losing them because I won't lose sleep afterwards. I'm fine with that. You lot can have your Community Shield and then run around in a Tin Pot treble and everything. I don't care. And you lot as well. Yeah, and I see you smiling. I didn't forget about the Formidables. Big Formidables. We're adding that before.
Don't hate. When your club do it, innit? Come at me.
Yeah, you can't do it. Don't talk, Lewis. You know what I mean? Until you do it,
we'll talk. Out there. That's great. Yeah,
you know what it is? You know what it is with Man City? Like, people laughed at that, but no one's ever done it before. So it's not something that every club's done.
Wait, is that what the Formidable thing is? I didn't know.
That is Mikel Arteta effect. Man City Formidables.
They said domestic formidable. No, they call it the domestic treble.
It is.
They called it the Formidables because they said we got the Community Shield. But you know, Pep, says that it's a trophy because in Spain, their sort of community shield is a trophy or whatever. So they call it, they see it as a trophy of them.
I didn't know that when I seen.
Well, he didn't say it's a quad. He didn't say it was a quad. He said
it's a quad. It's a quad. That's an Arteta quad.
It's yeah, Arteta quad. But yeah, it's one of the things. City weren't saying they won the quadruple that season. They said the domestic treble.
It's fine. They can say Arteta on the quadruple.
We're crying over very little. You do realise that. He was like, oh, we didn't get four. I didn't get a 3-course meal. I got a 4-course meal, not a 3-course meal. Oh, boo-hoo. I'm going to go cry myself to sleep.
No, exactly.
If I got my garlic bread, my life's over.
What I'm saying, right, is if City win the Champions League, right? Go on.
Nah, the people in the comments keep saying Yannick is making excuses for Man City. I'm not making excuses. I'm stating facts. Go look at Man City and the lineup and the results and come back to me when you find examples of us playing with a striker up front and winning convincingly, and then find us the games that we'd lost playing a false 9. And then when you get back to me, let me know, innit? That's all I'm saying. But yeah, go on. Sorry.
Told the comments.
It just annoys me because I've been saying all season, Man City.
Tell the comments that you're annoyed.
Yeah,
that's gonna double them.
they're gonna double down now. They are. They're gonna double down now. They're gonna fly it.
I don't want to count in it. Like it's obvious.
Don't address it then.
People don't watch Man City and then try and tell me about Man City. You can't talk to me about Man City.
You know what it is? Because they shameless. That's why.
Look at them now.
They shameless. They shameless. That's why they try to tell you like you don't watch your club. They try to tell you like you don't watch your club. You know, it's like Babs again. It's like Babs with the whole I'm on loan to Manchester City.
But the thing is, though, that's why when you talk about Man City, I ain't got anything to say. Yeah. We haven't got anything to say. We're like, cool.
Talk about
Kane, sure, because he's potential.
Right? Majid in the comments, you lost the Manchester derby playing a false 9. Please tell me what position. I know that we've played in a false 9 position, but when I mean false 9, I don't mean a striker playing in a false 9 position. I mean a genuine false 9, as in the player up front.
Don't feed the trolls, man. It's like
or De Bruyne or Bernardo Silva or Raheem Sterling or whatever else. I'm not talking about Gabriel Jesus. And you know what? I've defended Gabby because he's not as bad as people make out. But he also isn't good enough to be playing as a forward player for Man City right now. So don't bring me some lineup and say Man City lost that game. I can guarantee in every single game you're talking about, Gabby Jesus. Find me a lineup without Gabby Jesus where we've lost. Please, I beg you.
Yan City versus the comments is always my favorite segment on every show we're on together. It's brilliant. This happens on a regular basis. On Q&As when we do.
Like he's our most clinical striker or something. Jesus.
I love it.
They're going to keep coming. Like, you know, Will I Am, just like the beat keeps coming. That's the comments at the moment.
Like just hating, pure hateration. You know what I mean? It's either your club aren't in the final, or they bottle the FA Cup final to Leicester. One of the two.
Stop reading the chat, please. Even CFC Times telling you don't read me.
I won't be here anyway to deal with your bullshit. So keep going.
I said, oh, Jesus, the Timper R9, you know,
you see?
Okay, so you're saying Chelsea 2, Man City 1. So what I'm saying is the one that Man City won, we played with De Bruyne as a false 9. Which is what I'm saying, but it is what it is, isn't it? It's one past that.
Next week on Yan versus the comments, we're going to have Man City won the quadruple.
That's all I'm going to say.
This is like the biggest rivalry growing. You love to see.
Well,
it's a massive rivalry. This happens regular.
You know what Chelsea can do? Chelsea can take Gabby. You know, you take Gabby and we'll get Haaland or Kane or whoever else.
Right,
you take Gabby.
No. We'll take Lukaku or maybe Kane. Probably not Kane, but we'll take Lukaku. You lot can go for Kane. And maybe things will feel.
Yeah, you don't want him, but you're already to say that we should have beat you twice with him in the team. So that's all I'm saying. If you don't want him, keep him off place, innit? End of discussion. Like, how are you going to tell me about my team when you haven't watched my team all season? And you want to know how I know you haven't watched it? Because you're talking about Man City in the Champions League. When Man City in the Champions League is a completely different team.
Comments,
Man City in the league and Man City.
Who's you speaking to, man?
That's what I'm on about. Just ignore them, man.
Ignore it.
Guys,
Make it.
noise,
Okay,
noise.
yeah.
but this is
Double
the
tap the
internet.
screen
This is what you
and
sign
make
up
us
for.
full screen. You don't have to see the comments then. Just double tap us on the thing and we'll make it full screen. You won't see the comments.
The comments is always my favorite segment of every show. This
Yeah,
happens on a
they
regular on
crack me up
Sarcasm
so
City.
much.
It's the
You guys
Q&A when we do Yardham City meets Mandem United, it always turns into Yard City versus the comments on Sarcasm City TV. It's great. This is regular. I was just waiting for it. You know what I'm saying? For someone to
Is
chat
it?
shit
All
about
right.
Manchester City. And then she'd be like, listen, yeah, and then it's a wrap from there. You know what I'm saying? It's a wrap.
Nah, just dumb people in it. It's annoying, isn't it? Jump out the comments, isn't it? Get
Russell,
guns.
we've got a big
Like the
one,
video
boys.
on the way out. So it's good.
Love it. So guys, we're going to end the stream here. We are 24 hours and 2 minutes away from the Champions League final. Big up everyone who's locked in. Smash the like and subscribe button if you guys haven't done so already. Check out Beyond the 90 LCFC. Check out Jan's channel. Check out Sarcasm C. Check out Babs' channel as well. It's all down in the description below. We will be back after the Champions League final, either as two-time champions of Europe or just in pure depression mode. But we'll have to wait and see till Sunday. Big up everyone who's locked in. Smash the like and subscribe button. We will leave you with what will hopefully be an omen for next week, if I can get up here. Big up everyone who's locked in. Smash the like and subscribe.
Is that going to be you in the back as well, Lewis?
Up the shelves. Hopefully, man. Have to wait and see. But big up everyone who's locked in.
Before we go, yeah, can I
Here we
just say
go.
one thing before we go, right?
Oil.
People are talking about without the oil money, what would happen? You know what would happen? Man City-
Bro, Lewis, lock it off. Lewis, just lock it off, man. Lock it off. Lock it off.
Yeah. On it.
Lock it off. Oh, lock it off. See you later. Up the city. Bye.
Right, we're done. Up the shelves.